Welcome to my experiential marketing final. What happened in Skinner and what's next? We want to increase our audience by 20% over the 6 months prior to season 2 launching as measured by Acast monthly download metrics. That is 20% month over month. It is specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time sensitive. So who are we going after here? We got Sam, spooky casual listener, sort of wide net casual podcast listener, enjoys the high quality and genre that we are telling our story in. Caitlin, supernatural mystery aficionado, dives deep into stuff that she likes, is going to binge the whole thing a couple of times, dive into the community. She is going to be there for us if we are there for her. Drew, puzzle chasing sleuth. They might not even listen to podcasts, but they would love the way that we tell our story, and we can get that sort of analytical mind and draw them in. An always in character production team is a double-edged sword because it allowed us to create an incredible, immersive, interactive experience that a lot of people had probably never had before. But in doing so, in staying in character and burning bridges, shutting down websites, making some things one-time access only, when everything is in character, it completely hamstrings our ability to connect with a wider audience. So we have to be able to enter that social media sphere again, but with care and precision because of the way that we left it off at the end of last season. So we look to our competitors here. These are sort of smaller budget IPs here versus these sort of larger production value, often, especially with the latter two, tied to big production companies. And what we learned from them is that you have to have an active social presence. You have to have a place where you can post announcements and clips and fan art and interact with the community that we're building out of character, because they are ready to meet us halfway there. We can make that contract that says, just play by our rules, trust us, and we will serve you an absolutely unforgettable experience. So how can we help? How do we set ourselves apart from those competitors? Sam wants compelling content that isn't ad locked or pricey. Caitlin wants a show and community that cares as much as she does. And Drew wants a stimulating, engrossing experience. Enter our XR avenues. Spatial soundscapes, cheap and easy, quick to produce. We already have a lot of those assets, and those are accessible to pretty much anyone with any half decent headphones. Virtual brain trust. This is a virtual world where we can compile evidence. This can be our sort of phygital Discord server, honestly. A place where people gather, bounce ideas off each other, go crazy tinfoil hat conspiracies, and put their own work up on the wall. They can physically help each other build these cases. Augmented lenses are built into social shareable ecosystems already. Plenty of amazing potential for spooky, magical effects and things that we can build into the show or have already been built into the show. QR scavenger hunt gets boots on the ground in real life. It shows Caitlin, for instance, that there's a lot more to just sitting here in front of Spotify and listening to it on your computer or phone or something. This is something we're going to put the effort in to make this an interesting experience. This is something that Sam might be interested in, where he might not be on our virtual world. And the sort of obviously puzzle-centric nature of this is going to really be attractive to Drew, who wants to find clues, solve puzzles, get out there, and again, join this larger world, this network of underground sleuthing. We also need to get out to these people, right? So reigniting our social presence. We're going to have branded content. We have to have a separate stream that is out of character, that can post news or bios or announcements, clips, whatever. UGC is absolutely huge. We lived off of that last year, and we can have that again. We're going to have we're going to have just as big of an ARG game coming up as we did before. But that's where you're going to get the community interaction, the fan art, the theories, these sort of grassroots word of mouth, people going on Reddit and recommending and saying, hey, I'm finding this cool stuff, which kind of leads into earned exposure here. We made the news a couple of times. Let's get a couple more articles out there. We can lean on alumni networks. Maybe we know people, stuff's going on all over the place. Finally, influencer marketing, right? We do have one friend of the production team, Supernova Tova. We can maybe leverage some sort of influencer presence in that way. One avenue in. So finally, overall, you got reach, engage, convert, and grow. So we want to reach new people. We want to show them what all this breadth of what we have, prove to them the value that we bring, and then keep reiterating on that. Keep them happy, keep delivering interesting things, which is our whole deal. That's literally what we're here for, right? Some specifics down at the bottom. But thank you very much, and I'll see you online.